What's up, guys? So today I've got here my new flat rock scorpion. This is what he's been housed in at the pet stores. Been there for a few months, so I'm pretty sure he's ready to get out of that thing. I've gone ahead and I bought two critter creepers. One is going to be for him, and the other one is going to be for my Asian forest scorpion, or my Heterometrus spinifer. And the reason I'm rehousing him is because I feel like he's in just a little bit too big of an enclosure. I feel like he's a little stressed out, so I'm going to go ahead and put him in a smaller enclosure. It'll make me feel better, and I bet it'll make him feel better as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and open these, and then we'll go ahead and start putting substrate in. There we go, all out of their plastic, nice and pretty. Very clear. Not used to seeing that, because, you know, most of mine are old, beat up. Except for that one's pretty clear. What I'm going to do is I've got this coconut fiber, this eco earth that I've got. I'm going to go ahead and take this, mix it up with some potting soil that I've got, and then I'm going to use that for the Heterometrus spinifer, or Asian forest scorpion, because they do like a lot of humidity, and this keeps humidity, and they also like to burrow, so that's good for burrow, because it clumps up, and if you add it with what's called potting soil, it'll clump up even better. Now this might be a bit moist. It does have water leaking out of it, but the potting soil will hopefully soak most of that up, and it should be about right for the humidity levels in the tank. You know what I mean. This is what I got. It's lawn and gardening soil, topsoil. It has organic matter and sphagnum moss. Looks pretty good. It has no miracle grow or anything like that, so it should be just fine for any invertebrates or reptiles, any type of thing like that. I did test it out on crickets just to make sure it wasn't toxic for invertebrates, because I don't want to put my not amphibians, my arachnids on soil that is toxic, because that would be pretty bad. So I tested it out on a cricket first. Time to mix. Please don't fall off. Call that good. Oh yeah, nice and mixed. And that should hold its form pretty well once it's compacted. Well, might need to string a little water out of it, but yeah, I think that'll be perfect for burrowing. Alright, let's go ahead and put some of that in one of the critter keepers. I'm just gonna wring this out a little bit as I'm putting it in there, and trying not to get dirt on the sides, because I want that to stay pretty clean. Well, darn, I got it on the side anyway. That's alright. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and start putting the other stuff in it. Now to catch him. Let's see, gonna have to lift this rock up. There he is, right there. He's a tiny little thing. This rock may be too big. No, that's perfect. It's a perfect size. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, set this over here. Get all these little rocks out so I can use them to make the new enclosure. And a little water dish. Might have to change that. Alright. Let's go ahead and leave them in there for just a second while I get this ready. And this will be kind of hard to do one-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and cut to it being ready. That's going to be it for this tank. It's pretty minimalistic, but I think it'll do the job. It's got a little burrow right in here. You can see that. Where I put the stone and then covered it up. And then I just got this little stone on top. And a little water dish. Not really much to it, but I feel like it'll feel a lot more secure. Let's go ahead and put him in there. Now I've got to catch him. So I can do this one-handed. Shoot, I need some tongs. There we go. Going in. Apparently my phone does not want to focus. Oh no. He has escaped our master plan. Come on. Fall in. There you go. Nope, nope, nope. Crap. Come on now. Behave yourself. There we go. Perfect. Go ahead and... Oh no. I flipped him. There we go. Now you can leave. There we go. Oh yeah, I think that'll be perfect for him. Cool. That's one done. Looks pretty nice. I mean, it's not much to it, but I guess I could add some leaves in there or something to make it a little more appealing, but I think it'll work. Here he is. I'm gonna go ahead and see. I guess I could just flop him around. There we go. That's the side I want the heating mat on. It gets pretty cold in my room at night, so that's the only reason I keep it on there. I'm just gonna put it on like a quarter of the tank, just in case he can kind of, you know, thermoregulate a little bit. But yeah, I'll probably end up putting the other one right beside it so it can share the heating mat, since I only have one at the moment.
So for this next one, I wanted to make a hide suitable for a flat rock scorpion, which, as the name implies, is he lives in flat rocks. So, well, he's flat so he can fit into rocks. So basically I just beat on a flat rock until it got more flat rocks, and then I stacked them up to make them, you know, a little nice hide. I actually made a hole in one, but it didn't turn out because, as you'll see in a couple minutes, it didn't even fit. So that middle layer that I worked on for a good while was actually pretty useless. So when I transport them to the bigger hide, hopefully it'll work in that one, but that one that I'm working on right here is useless for what I'm putting him in right now. Just too big. So as you can see, I got quite a few rocks that I can use for different hides. That was the one I was talking about. That had the hole in it. I took a while on that one. I even flattened out the edges so it fit nicely, and it was still too big. So, oh well, what can you do? It'll be good for the next time. So I had a bottom layer so he could rest on the rocks, a middle layer so he could get in there and hide in the little hole, and a top layer so, you know, it would hide him. It looked pretty nice. I had, you know, kind of leveled off the edges and everything. Got it inside. Dang thing. It wouldn't even fit. It was way too big. I had way underestimated it. So I ended up just taking the top layer and the bottom layer and putting it in there and adding a couple more rocks. I think it looked pretty good. It wasn't what I wanted, but it's still pretty good. I have a little rock right here to put maybe a water dish or something on. I don't know about the substrate. I don't think they're supposed to have humidity or very high levels of humidity. So once it dries out, I won't be adding any more water to it, but I think it'll be okay for a few days. He's in wet substrate right now, so putting him in here will probably not be an issue, even though he's not supposed to be in it. He can get on the rocks and stuff, and it'll only take a few days for that to dry out, so it shouldn't be an issue. In the future, I may get some sand or something like that, but for right now, this is what I got. Even though it's moist, I put it in the light of the bearded dragon's enclosure for a little while, the heat lamp, so that it would dry out a little bit. It didn't do much. It was kind of pointless, to be honest, but you know what? I give it a shot. So now I'm just gonna have to find a water dish for him. Then I'm just gonna put him in. I'm not sure what to use for a water dish. I might just use this over here. Keep this lid off.
May just use that for the time being. It's a bit large though. I wish I could find something smaller. I may need to look around a little bit. I'll find something. Let's see, I'm gonna look. Look, about the smallest thing I'm gonna find is this. So I guess that'll have to do for now. Should take and put a little sponge in it. And that'll be his water dish for the time being. I'll find something better eventually, but for right now, that'll work. Shoot, I almost forgot where I put him. That would have been bad. So I've been to this pet store quite a few times, and he's been in this little bitty cup for, say, months. And that piece of wood or whatever it is, it wasn't in there. I put that in there so it had something to hide in. That wasn't in there before. I can just chunk that. Oh, that's rock. I think might be bark. It's hard to tell. Well, he seems a lot more docile than the Asian forest scorpion I have. Oops. Okay. To avoid injuring him, I may need to do this other way. Of course, they're like tanks. They're pretty hard to injure. I'm not going to take a chance. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down so I can do this with 2 hands, because that will make it a lot easier. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and try to get him out with this. So careful. So tiny, especially with these big metal tweezers. Oh, there we go. And there we go. The first time he's been out of that little cup in who knows how long. I'm not too sure how old he is. Pretty much all the package says is the store name and the species on it, which I hope is correct. It should be a flat rock scorpion, and it appears to be a flat rock scorpion, but I haven't owned many scorpions, so I can't say for sure. I'm pretty much just going by the tag. Now, I've seen these scorpions when they're adults, but I've never seen a juvenile, so I'm hoping it's correct. But I guess we'll find out. If not, that's alright. I'll be happy anyway. Now, for some reason, I got it in my mind that these stayed small forever. They only grew about that size, but that's incorrect. They're one of the largest species in the world, along there up with the emperor scorpion, the Asian forest scorpion, so it'll get pretty big, although it doesn't look much like the Asian forest scorpion or the emperor scorpion. It has a scrawny tail, and it is very flat, which, see, this one has a scrawny looking tail. I've heard their sting is pretty potent though. Hopefully I won't find out. And there we go. There's the flat rock scorpion, which I'm not sure of the scientific name yet. I've got to look that up. And my Asian forest scorpion, or Hetemetrus spinifer. Looks like he's already in his little hide. This one's not, he's still in the same place. But hopefully it'll settle in nicely. There's a little heating mat just in case. It's only on a small portion. If my phone will focus. It's only on a small portion of their tank. If I need to, I'll turn it sideways so it'll be on more. But it gets pretty chilly in my room sometimes at night, and I didn't want it to freeze them. It's more for my peace of mind than for them, because I think they're pretty hardy and they'd probably be alright. But just to make me feel better, I put a heat mat there. And yes, I did take the little cup out. I'll put it back in there later once he gets settled in. But he should be fine for right now. Now, I don't know when the last time he's eaten is. He did have a dead cricket in his little cup when I got him. So I'm assuming he hasn't eaten in a little while, which is fine. Scorpions can go like a year without eating, so he should be fine. But I'm going to probably try to feed him in the next day or two just to see if he'll take the food. I know my my Asian forest scorpion rarely eats since I've got him, if at all. He may have eaten once, but I have no confirmed mules yet. So we'll see how this little guy does. Maybe he'll eat a lot better. Thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. If you have any concerns or questions, comment below. If you have any tips or other knowledge that you'd like to share, also put it below. If you didn't like it, leave a thumbs down, and if you want to see more, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.